about. And that's what I love to hear. It's the summertime, man. We supposed to be in that sun, soaking it up, eating all the fruit that we can, getting the vibes, the views, the whole nine. Because depending upon where we are, ain't no telling, man, by next month, especially in the Midwest, it's about to start getting cold again. Whoo, I can't even imagine the cold right now. I don't even want to imagine it. I don't want to imagine being anywhere where it's cold. So we're going to enjoy each and every day that we got the sun beaming at full force. All right. So first and foremost, what is a run club? If you're not familiar with it, if you've never been in one, I don't even think I've ever been to a run club event before. But of course, I know what they are, right? And I have to stay engaged with what is going on. So a run club is essentially a local group that meet up at maybe a coffee shop or something like that, and people run, and you have different people at different levels, right? You may have people who just walk. You may have people who are, dang near professional runners, and then you have people who are just there for exercise, right? But you meet up, you may socialize a little bit. Everybody go do their run. Most people got on headphones, they go run, and then that be it. Now, because run clubs have become more popular in the recent days, what's happening is, like everything, we start to throw this social element to it. And so, let's get right into it. Here's what is happening. Run clubs are becoming more popular. Of course, anything you put on TikTok, it blows up. Now people are starting chapters all over the place. Well, what's happening is that they adding a social element to the run clubs. And as they're adding the social element to the run clubs, now people are starting to not be so happy with what is happening as a result of adding the social elements. So what does it mean to add a social element? What they're doing in a lot of cases is instead of it just you go run, and normally it would have been you go run, do your thing, and then maybe people meet up at the end as far as just at the place they're running at, have a little dialogue, and then people go home. That's not what's happening now. Now what's happening is after the run club, they're going and meeting up at bars, having a drink, and then departing. So now that's bringing a whole nother element to the run club. So here's what's happening with it. What's happening as a result is people are starting to what you refer to as hook up, right? And now you have people coming out and saying, well, these are not actually run clubs. In fact, they're more like sex clubs. And so people are getting mad about it. Ultimately, that's what's controversial about it. That is what people are upset about. And in a summary, this is what today's topic is about. I'm gonna cover a couple of different questions as it relates to some things that we can learn from this experience, and then we take it, and run with it. So now at least you will be able to have a understanding of what it is that you may be getting into. If you want to go and join a run club, if you want to set one up, maybe you can learn some things as it relates to being able to stay away from certain aspects that you may want to add to that particular run club. So first thing is first. The first question is, should people be upset at the run clubs for the behaviors of what is taking place as far as the hookups? Okay? Here's my answer to that. No. Okay? I don't think people should be upset and putting the run clubs into this particular association and affair. Why? Because it's not the run clubs that's the problem. Anywhere we go as a people, we're going to bring ourselves with it. Wherever you go. Wherever you go, there you are. You're going to bring yourself. So the run clubs are not the problem. The problem is our culture. Our culture has now become perverse in this way, so where anywhere we go, including something that is supposed to be beneficial and or healthy, it's becoming perverted. Okay? So it's us. We're the issue, not the run club itself. Okay? So people should not be mad about that. If you are, and you are part of run clubs and you don't like what the affairs is going on, then start your own run club and build it on different principles, and you'll have a different result. So no, people should not be mad. The second question is, what's the bigger picture to focus on? So the bigger picture to focus on when it comes to this topic is the fact that at least we are doing something healthy. At least we are doing something healthy. I am just proud at the fact that we're taking the time to build clubs around something that ultimately is beneficial. Okay? You could be doing all kind of other things with your time, but the fact that you're taking the time and being a part of something that's going to improve your health, I'm not mad at it. If you got the 5 or 6 people at the run club and they're taking it upon themselves to go and do extracurricular things outside of the run club, that's on them. But let's not throw the concept away because of a few rotten apples. So no, okay, we should not be mad, and we should be looking at the bigger picture of this as it relates to what is going on. If we want to do something about it, it's going to start at a cultural level, not necessarily at a organization level in that way. Although we can help by building outside and alternative organizations. The third question is, if there's any critique, okay, that I would have to make run clubs better, what would it be? Okay, what would be the critique, okay, that I would inculcate if somebody was coming to me and say, hey, I want to start a run club. What are some of the things that you believe we should do better, or we could do better, right, to avoid some of the social criticisms that are going around with the current ones that we're seeing? So the first thing is that start with building your client avatar. Who is it that you would want to be a part of your run club? Okay? You could, in fact, start a family run club, right? Where you are promoting husband, wives, children to be a part of this run club, to make it a family thing. That's an idea. Okay? You could target individuals who are at a particular age range. So I'm not saying that the critique is about, that people at a particular age range can't be involved in some of these extracurricular activities, right? But what I am saying is that what ends up happening, more so to speak, is that these are younger people that are involved. And so with younger people, this hookup culture is going to always be inculcated and associated with the run, with whatever they do. Okay? So hookup culture is always going to be associated with that, no matter what they may be doing. And so what we want to focus on is building something based upon people who are going to take this more serious. Okay? People who are going to take this more serious. And so here's some of the things that we can definitely start to do. Is number one, have rules of engagement. Right? Hey, here's what we're doing with the run club. Here's how we're going to run this particular run club. And here's what it is that, we're not going to do. Have rules of engagement. Second thing is, or another thing is do not add the social aspect to it. Don't add the drinking afterwards and going to, number one, that's really counterproductive. You're going, getting your lymphatic system moving, and which is a great thing. And then now you come up and now you look up and you have, you're drinking right afterwards. That makes no sense. Alcohol completely ruins the body. It's no nutritional benefit to it. Okay? So that's crazy in itself. Okay? So those are some of the things that you can build your organization upon. Okay? So now what I want to do with that is that use this particular live, use this content in a way to get you to better be able to associate with a run club if you plan on joining one, right? And or if you plan on starting one. And I want to end with our bonus questions, right? What is my favorite type of meditation? Right now, I inculcate and include breath work as a part of a meditation. Okay? I do. And with that being said, it's something about being able to learn how to control your breath, learn how to use what they will call diaphragmatic breathing from your belly right out. That is something that is very, very, very important to be able to learn how to do. Okay, so breath work is something that I'm really focused on right now. Another bonus question, if I could train one way for the rest of my life, which style of training would I choose to train from? And that would be, I'm going to say weighted calisthenics. Okay, weighted calisthenics. And what weighted calisthenics is basically body weight exercises like squat, push-ups, pull-ups, lunges, things like that, without having to use excess weight or machines. But I would add things like weight vests, sandbags, exercise bands, things like that. That's personally my favorite because not only is it good for the muscles, it's also, of course, good for the fascia, but it's also great for your bones. All of those things you're going to need, and it's very important. Another thing is, as far as nutrition goes, what do I believe the best diet is? By far, I believe that Dr. Sebi was really on to something as far as his alkaline understanding of what we would refer to as alkaline foods that show up on a pH scale, that's in the alkaline state and are non-hybrid. I can for sure tell a difference every time I eat in that way. I can for sure tell a difference. I mean, on to little small things like not using a lemon and only using key limes. Total difference. I can feel a total difference in everything that he said as relates to that. But I do believe that we are primarily or more frugivores than we are anything else. So majority fruit, okay? And then if you're going to eat cooked food, alkaline, but eat raw as much as you possibly can. So if you're seeing a replay of this, whether you're on Facebook, whether you're on Instagram, whether you're on YouTube, and you have any type of holistic health questions, concerns, or challenges, I would definitely advise you to go to the link in our bio on Instagram and apply for our free strategy call where we're able to basically consult you. And as long as your application looks like somebody we can help, we will reach out to you. We'll have a call. And then on that call, whatever issues that you may be going through, we'll give you feedback in real time. So with that being said, much love to everybody. If you're watching the replay, get in contact with us if you have any questions. And we will talk soon. All right. Peace.